All right, everybody. So today's video, we're gonna do some soldering, replacing relays, and we're gonna talk about relays. Sorry about that background noise. I got a heater, thankfully, directly above me because I feel like I'm in Central Oregon. It's beautiful outside, but it's freezing cold. Hey, and look at that, the heater just turned off for me. So what timing is that? All right, so we're talking about relays. In my coach, I had a problem with an internal relay fault. So we're gonna be replacing those in my Magnum inverter. And then I've got some awning controls that aren't doing the outputs, but it sounds like it looks as if we're driving the relays and they just have bad contact. So these are gonna be Gerard roof awning controllers. So in here you'll see this square and this square. Those are PC mount relays. You'll have those in both these boxes. And now on the inside of the inverter, much more power, we're going to be talking about this relay right here and this one right here. So I've got this previous Country Coach solder station with a desolderer and a soldering iron. The desolderer actually has a vacuum pump in it, so it actually sucks the solder right off the board. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to desolder all these components, and then we're going to resolder some new ones on there. The key to doing soldering is to have a nice wet solder when you do that. Now these boards, I'm gonna actually have to take these screws out, pull them off, and then put them back in. As you can see, I've got the inverter already out and all taken apart. So this is what the inside of a Magnum inverter looks like. It basically breaks it up into the bridge board here and then the output boards here. And in this particular case, it was talking about an internal relay fault. So I've come in, got the part number off the sides of these relays, and then I ordered them up. And I've got two brand new ones right here. So that's what's going to be going into there, is these two brand new relays. And then I've got a bunch of relays here in stock for doing these, because that seems to be usually the problem. And these are not available anymore. So if you can get away with one that's not water damaged and still works, and replace the relays in here and get those awnings back going, it's a much more rewarding deal there. So we'll get you some video footage of desoldering this right now, and then we'll show you resoldering those in there. All right, so we got those relays soldered in there. I'm going to mount these back in the boxes. Now these are keyed, so that way you can't put them in wrong. There's these terminals on this end are a little bit narrower than the ones on this end. So we've got those relays replaced in both these boards. I'll put the screws back in here, get these suckers back out, and let the other tech go ahead and put those in and test them and see if they worked. Now I'm going to get this inverter apart, and we'll see what happens there. Hopefully that fixes the problem in it too. All right, everybody, after about 30 minutes painfully getting these relays out of here, I ended up having to grind the tabs off to be able to get the desolderer in there to get those undone, and I had to bust out the old school Weller to throw a little extra heat. But I have accomplished it. The new relays are in there. Got the board back secured, and put this terminal strip back into here, and get this inverter back together and back in the coach and tested. So let me get that done, and we'll see if this thing works again. All right, so we got the inverter of Got the inverter installed here. So one would say that bad boy mounted in there again. We'll go turn on the breaker, and what we call this the moment of truth. So we'll see if this sucker starts charging or says internal relay fault. It's a little dark in here. Had to have all the lights off, of course, since the batteries were dying. And we didn't have any converter portion of the inverter charging anything. So let's make our way back to the closet. Yep, we're in the middle of a full remodel here, so everything's kind of trashed here. All right, so the very bottom one there, that green, is going to be the inverter. Kick that sucker on. Got our meters back here. Let's get these suckers set up so they're on amps. Oh, 1 amp. See how much draw that particular leg is, the one for the inverter. And then this particular leg is going to be for the refrigerator and whatnot. Oh, 4, 5, 12, 15. So it looks like we're going to be charging. Let's go out here to the display. Made our way up here. So in the factory inverter display was just on off. It's located here under the galley. Let me turn on these lights like you saw that we installed yesterday. But in my case, it's going to be mounted here on its side inside the cabinet door, so that way I had a place for it without blowing a big old hole. So we're bulk charging. 100 amps going into the batteries. Let's go ahead and set this clock real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Fake it out. Hit the micro express. Now we're drawing a bunch of power through the inverter relays. Well, fingers crossed, we've got it whooped. So those relays were a bear to get out of there because they got such large solder tabs on there, and it takes a while to get all that solder sucked off of there. But it was about an hour to repair that. Replaced both those relays, plus I think $60 for the 2 relays. But it did come with a large candy bar with the relays from the supplier, so I was pretty impressed by that. But either way, so that's kind of the soldering and repair. You know, a lot of these pieces of equipment are all solid state, except for maybe 1 relay or 2 here or there for like the right track controllers, spider controllers, Intelitech modules, so on and so forth. So sometimes you can actually get in there and do it old school style and fix it instead of replacing it. So, well, hopefully this all works out for me. I'm pretty sure it will. But thanks everybody for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please take the time to hit that subscribe button. Hit those likes. Comment below what you think of the solder station and doing all that soldering and whatnot and getting things fixed up. But till next time, everybody, I hope you all have a great day. I hope your day has been great. Till next time, bye-bye.